Peace to the gods and the goddesses of the nation and of the land and of all creation. I hope everybody doing well. Hope you blessed, in a positive mood, and spreading that impact on not only yourself, but for those who come into contact with you. Family, I know I've been gone for a minute, man. I've been handling business like a grown person should, you know? I've been doing everything that I needed to do for me and my family during these hectic times, still witnessing the bullshit that I'm pretty sure the majority of you are witnessing. But I had to reach out to you guys this morning because, and I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the camera, I gotta look at the road because I'm driving. But what I thought about was, if you pay attention to everything that's going on right now, what is one of the main things that we see whenever you maybe look on TV, maybe listen to the radio, on your phone, when you on YouTube? What are some of the main things that a person really does see? Think about it for a second, and then just let me know exactly, like, what do you guys think it is? I'll give you a second right quick, and then I'm gonna give you the answer. What is the main thing that's being preached all around the world to everybody, that everybody basically is following? Stay home. Stay home. Stay home. When you're driving on the highway, the road signs, what are they saying? Stay home. Flatten the curve. Stay home. When you turn on your TV and watch your favorite show, what do you see? Stay home. We're alone together. When you on YouTube, what do you see? Stay home. Stay home. You want to know why they're preaching you to stay home, family? It's because they're numbering you right now. They are numbering you right now. They are gathering a number from you, a number for you. Why you think that they got everybody with the stimulus package? They so eager to give you the stimulus package. Yeah, sure. It's basically saying, like, okay, yeah, you don't want to spread it, and you don't want nobody else to get it. You get what I'm saying? But what do you have to do in order to get it? You have to register your name on a site, give them your social security number. If you want something for your children, you got to give them the social security number for your children. We already know that once you give your child or yourself a social security number, you become a part of the state. But anyways, like I was saying, when you get in this stimulus package, right, and they collecting that number for you and your kids, because when you are assigned a social security number, you become part of what? A ward of the state. That means the state has control over you. Once you receive your social security number that identifies you as what? A ward of the state. That means you are property of what? This country. You are a number when you are assigned that social security number. You get what I'm saying to you, family? So check it. Now they got you in your house. You collected that little check. They got your number. They got your kids. They got your address where you're currently at. They got your bank info. All they're doing, family, is setting you up for what? Martial law. That's what they're setting you up for. Martial law. Why? Because they have to maintain a population of 500 million people. Set from what? The Georgia Guidelines. That was put in where? Atlanta, well, not Atlanta, Georgia, but Kimber, or whatever the name of the place is, Georgia. You don't even know who the people that even put that there. But I'm going to tell you who the people who put that there. The Georgia Guidestones, where they said they want to regulate the faith in what you believe in. They want to regulate how much the population is. They want to regulate what you do and what you say. They are already implementing some of the things that the Georgia Guidelines already are in place inside of the government today. They tell you that they don't know who the people is that created the Georgia guidelines, who purchased it and who drew up the map and all that. You want to know who did all that? It was the United Nations. First of all, if you look at the Georgia Guidestones, whatever they call, if you look at them, they tell, if you learn about them, they tell you that the Egyptians in the Sanskrit and all of the writings that's on the top of the pillars, that's on top of there, the United Nations was the one who provided the translation for them to put that up there. Why would the United Nations provide somebody with something they don't even know who you is, and you putting something inside of a monument? You bought a certain amount of land, right? You bought a certain amount of land, and you putting it inside. And come on now, and you putting it inside of acreage. You get what I'm saying? Of acreage inside of acreage, right? So why would the United Nations fund something that they don't even know? And even the bankers are questioning who these people is. You got the dude sending money to them from multiple different accounts throughout the United States. And the bankers is not even questioning none of this. They just going right along with it. That's because the government is the reason why the thing was in place in the first place. They the whole reason why the thing is even made. Why it's even there. Come on, family. Read and you will know this stuff. The government is the reason why we have the Georgia Guidelines to this day. If you pay attention to what some of the chapters is on the Georgia Guidelines, is you'll know that it's put in place for all humanity and accept everybody. What did Obama do? They accepted everything now. Come on now. Anything you say will be held against you. No matter what you agree with, you gotta agree with everything, and you have to bear and grin with everything. Nobody can say nothing now. That's part of the Georgia Guidelines, to where you have to respect everything that everybody, their whole life. Now think about it. Because they're setting things in stone right now. Whatever's on that Georgia Guideline is what is gonna come in place. It says in the Georgia Guideline, we need to be ruled under one government, one law. What is the United Nations doing right now? They're uniting the world under what? One law, one rule. Come on. This is basic common sense. All you got to do is read, and it's right there in front of you. Why would the United Nations offer translations to a person who's withdrawing from multiple accounts across the country, depositing it into one funding, and you not giving out any information? You won't tell nobody who the buyers are. You won't tell nobody what it's for. You just said that I want this piece of land and I want these stones put there. I want this engraved on the land, and I want it to be put out, and I want it to be put out in the public and unveiled. And then, after the fact of them buying all of that, what did they do? They wrote the land back to the owner, to the original owners. You need some sort of documentation in order to be able to do that. You cannot do that in America. What we are right now, family, is a number. Growth in population, that's not something that these people want. What they want to do, they talk about that the Georgia Guidelines is for post-apocalyptic event. How do you know that this apocalyptic event is even going to occur? Why do you have all of these different languages written up on these stones for everybody to read? Why do you have holes in things that's going to celebrate the winter solstice and the summer solstice? Why are these engraved in there? Why are you doing these? Why do you have your stones particular to a certain pattern in the star system? Why? Because there's nothing but the United Nations, who in turn is funded by who? Lucius Trust, who is in turn a follower of who? Madame Blavatsky, who in turn is what? I want to call her a Satan worshiper, but she's a New Ager. What we are currently moving into right now, family, is a new world government that is going to be ruled by principalities. When they said principalities, that's not of this world. They are talking about aliens and different type of entities that are involved with these people. Sonata is an entity that is involved with these people, that's giving these people things to do, and they are carrying it out. And the greatest thing that they could have ever did was get themselves mixed in with who but the United Nations. That's all I got for y'all right now, family. So stay tuned, man. More lectures coming up, and I'm gonna be dropping some fire for you. Until then, peace.